Good morning and happy Monday to you. It's Hill Avery with Living Creation. Over the weekend, I was sitting in church and we were discussing a new series, Knowing God. And on Sunday, we read Psalms 139, where David tells the Lord, "You know me, search my heart." I'm paraphrasing, but this is the one of the greatest Psalms 139 because it asks God to search your heart. You know my rising up and my lying down, my going out and my coming in. There's no place that I could go that you were not there. And I've read this psalm many a time, but this time on Sunday, it hit me just a little bit different. Why? Because God truly knows you. There's no place that you can go that He's not there. There's nothing that you can do that He doesn't already know. We can't hide from God. Nothing. Nothing. We can take the fig leaves of shame and hide the worst thing about us, but God already knows it because He created us. And that's a beautiful thing. And so as I was sitting there thinking about that, I began to understand a little bit more the freedom that comes with knowing Jesus. The freedom, it's not a physical freedom, it is a spiritual freedom. It's the spiritual freedom in knowing that once you confess everything to God, once you go back and you talk to the people, your family, whoever it is that you have had a strained relationship with, and you free it up by talking with them, having that conversation, it's a type of freedom that just lifts your soul. It is that burden that Jesus is talking about when He says in Matthew, "Come unto me, all who are heavy laden." And even though He was talking about the people of that day because they were trying to pay their way to heaven, because that's what the Pharisees and the Sadducees will have them do, paying all those high taxes thinking they could pay their way to heaven, and they were tired of it. And God said, "No, come unto me and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon thee." And so that yoke, the burden that's weighing down on your heart, that's weighing down on your soul, that's weighing down on your mind, that's causing you the separation, right? Because that's what hell is. It's a separation from God because you're spiritually dead and you're lost and you don't know how important the blood of Jesus is. Jesus had to go to the cross so that He can reconcile us to God. And once you're reconciled to Him and you make that confession, you are freeing up your soul. You're lifting that burden. You're cleaning out your heart. You're getting rid of the old and you're putting in the new. And that's how that true transformation takes place of His word that goes from here to here. 12 to 16 inches, baby. Take that journey. And I said, oh my gosh, this is so good because I truly have the freedom of knowing that I am forgiving, I'm loved, and best of all, that I am known by my Father, known by Him. How good is it? How many people in your life right now, in your immediate circle, can you say knows you? I mean, know you. A great marriage is where your spouse knows you, when they're willing to walk through the grit with you, where they're willing to take the highs and the lows. And sometimes those lows are become breaking points, but they don't have to be. It can be the moment you decide to learn a little bit more about each other and to exercise a little more understanding, to show grace, mercy, and compassion. And look at your spouse or mate or friend or whoever, your brother, sister, mother, father, as yourself. Because this is who we are to God before we confess. Broken, sinful, hurtful, shameful. And we are also wonderful, beautiful, brilliant, purposeful, intentional, and holy, made by God. I want you to think about that. Let that sink in. And if it moves you, Because if you don't do that work, there's a part of you on the inside that the world will never get to see. And you deserve that. You deserve all that goodness that God has for you on the other side of your shame, on the other side of anxiety. Because 9 times out of 10, what you're thinking about yourself is not what other people think about you. How you feel about self is not how God feels about you. God is the truth, the absolute truth. He made you. He knit you together. Have you ever took 2 needles and knit something? Try it. And if you don't know how to knit, you'll see just how challenging it can become. And if you're a pro knitter, you know every loop, every color, every pattern. God knit you together on purpose with all your quirks, because he knew who you would be and who you would become. Live beautifully and live creation.